Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Live in 30. I'm Laura Templeton with 30 Second Success. I'm really excited that you're here today. This is the third episode for Live in 30. Every week, we're here on Facebook Live, bringing information to you that will help you become a better networker, whether it's online or offline. So welcome, and I'm so glad you're here today. One of the things that I run into a lot is conversations, and I have conversations with people that really struggle in the area of networking because they consider themselves to be an introvert. They really struggle with being in a large crowd or around a lot of people. They have a hard time striking up conversations and just really feeling comfortable in a networking environment. So obviously, when I work with clients who are introverts with their 30-second message, that's a really great place to start. Because once you have that really key message, it helps to build your confidence. It gives you that message that really resonates with you, expresses who you are, and helps you to step into that network environment a little more comfortably. Today, I'm actually going to share some tips with you on how to network like an introvert. There are some really smart people out there who've figured out how to overcome their phobia of being around a lot of people and being in large crowds, that whole introvert perspective, by preparing for their networking. And there's some techniques that they use that I would really love to share with you that may help you feel a lot more comfortable the next time you are out networking. Something that you need to know about me is I'm what they call an ambivert. I've recently heard this terminology, and it really surprised me because it describes how I can be. Sometimes I'm really extroverted. I'm really excited to be where I'm at. I'm having great conversations, and all of a sudden the room fills up, and I find myself withdrawing and retreating and pinning myself to the wall, and because I get overwhelmed. And that's kind of that, you go from being an extrovert to an introvert all of a sudden. You're not really sure why. Some of that has to do with that personality. I actually have the fear of small spaces, claustrophobia. It really kind of kicks in sometimes. So when I'm in a crowd, I have a tendency to withdraw sometimes when it gets a little bit overwhelming. And then I'm able to just kind of collect my thoughts and then re-engage. So you can overcome it. And there are some really great tips and techniques that I'd like to share. And I use some of these just in a way that really helps me to get more comfortable, more prepared, and enjoy networking. I love to network. I love meeting new people. I love hearing people's stories. I love just diving into really great questions with people and asking people questions they don't even expect. So that's really fun. That's one of the techniques that I wanted to share with you. So being prepared and ahead of time, think of what you want out of this networking event, out of the conversations that you're going to have. Who do you want to network with? So if you have an opportunity to see who's actually attending an event, some of the networking organizations actually have people register, and you can see who's registered, who's planning on being there. You can reach out to them ahead of time, let them know that you're looking forward to meeting them, let them know that you're going to be in attendance, and that you'd like to connect with them at that event. So you've already kind of set the stage to have a conversation with somebody at a networking meeting. So it's a great time to just kind of take that connection and really have a conversation. So you can pick 2 to 3 people that you want to connect with strategically at a networking meeting that you're going to feel comfortable with having a conversation. Think about that conversation. Think about the questions you want to ask. They don't have to be your normal, so what do you do and how do you do that, and ask them, what's your favorite baseball team? If football's the current sport that's happening, ask them about football. Hey, are you an Eagles fan or a Dallas fan? I know I shouldn't say that when I'm actually sitting right outside of Philadelphia, right? We all know it's Eagles around here. So, but just remember that it's about making those authentic connections. You don't have to meet everyone in the room. So don't feel overwhelmed by, oh my gosh, there's too many people here. I'll never get to meet everybody. I'll never get everybody's business card, because that's not the intention. You want to make genuine, authentic connections with a couple of people, a handful of people, each time you go. So there's the key. Each time you go, meet someone new. Purpose to meet someone new. And so next time, when everybody's doing their 30-second commercials and you hear somebody like, oh, that's really interesting to me. Next time I'm here, I want to meet that person. Or schedule a one-on-one with them later on. So it's a great way to connect and really have those authentic conversations with people. And again, to feel comfortable in that zone because you've made those connections ahead of time. So be prepared, make sure that you are looking at who's going to be there and know what your purpose of meeting them is going to be. So the next technique that is really helpful for a lot of people is, finding a buddy, going with a pal. I don't know how many of you have seen, and I haven't done it lately. A lot of times I'll take a picture in my car and I'll say, look what's happening in the truck again. And it's been amazing to have wonderful people just tag along and go to networking events with me. I've had some wonderful conversations before the networking events that just help me to relax, help the people in the car to relax. We have a great time. We have great conversation. Always, think about somebody that you can invite to go with you. You don't have to stick with that person once you get there, but they're kind of like that island of safety. If you start feeling overwhelmed, you can always go back to them, kind of touch base and say, hey, did you get to meet this person? Or did you get to meet that person? Or ask them, every so often, if you just check in with them, that they could introduce you to who they're talking to so that they could include you in the conversation. Let them know that you're a little bit shy of meeting people and ask them to help you do that. So having that wingman there is so helpful. It's, bring a buddy. I love having people in the car. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Good to see you. So it is so much fun to take people with you in the car, and it helps you to really relax before you get there so you don't have that anxiety and that angst. It also gives you a great opportunity to practice your 30-second message so that you guys can bounce them off of one another, and it's always fun to just share, what your message is going to be and who you want to talk to and who you want to connect with. So that's really important too. And then also the other thing that you want to think about is where, strategically thinking about the meetings that you're selecting to go to. A lot of people, I'm seeing some of these that you can go on Meetup, and there's a lot of different networking groups on Facebook that you can tap into. And I'm seeing a lot of groups that are huge. Like for me to go to an event that's got 175 people would be really overwhelming, but yet it would be a great place for me to meet people. So, again, it's being strategic and like, okay, if I'm going to dive into this, I need to think about who I want to meet there. What is my purpose of going there? Connect with the person who's running the event. The event coordinator can help you understand who it is that they think will be a good connection for you, and ask them to make that introduction once you get there. So being strategic about the meetings that you select are really important. You can start with a small group, a small intimate group, a networking group that's just starting to grow, and grow with it. Think small and, get more comfortable in that networking realm and be more creative in how you connect with people. And then maybe try a slightly larger group, just kind of build up to it. So that's really important, is being mindful of the size of the group that you're connecting with. If you have that, that introvert personality and you want to just really, the other thing too, what I really like about small groups is I get to know the people so much better. The relationships that come out of small networking groups amaze me because they're so authentic and so genuine, and the people that are there really want to help you grow. They want to help the meeting itself grow, but more importantly, they're about learning more about you and helping you grow your business, and vice versa. So those small groups, I absolutely love them just as much as I like a bigger group. As a matter of fact, I think sometimes I enjoy them even more because I just feel like I'm able to connect with people on a deeper level. Even when I'm speaking in front of a group, I've had a couple situations where I've gone to a group where they normally have 30, 40 people, and for some reason that day when I'm there, there's a major event happening on the other side of the city or whatever, and all of a sudden, we have 15 to 20 people instead of the normal 30 to 40 people. And that's okay, because it gives me the opportunity to meet with more people and draw them into the conversation. So it's actually been really fun to present to a smaller group, because it becomes more intimate and becomes more relational. So that's always really fun. The other technique that a lot of introverts apply to themselves when they're networking is they actually smile. So smiling is a way to really connect with people in the room without even saying anything. Again, body language is everything. If you are open and you're not, closed off and hiding in a corner, and you just remember to keep, don't cross your arms across your chest and kind of pull in. You want to be open and bright. Your smile, actually, it starts with your smile. Open and bright and inviting really starts with your smile. So when you employ that method of just remembering to keep a smile on your face and just being encouraging and upbeat and excited about being there, people start to gravitate to you and want to have a conversation and want to include you in conversation. So your smile is one of the best tools that you have in your arsenal. It's amazing. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you here. Thanks for joining. So it's really fun to just make sure that you're attracting people with that simpleness of a smile. So it's really fun to just kind of make sure that, even just looking at somebody across the room, it's amazing. We did an exercise one time where we were working on connection. And it was one of those, you walk around and you catch someone's eye, and then you catch their eye, and then once you really have their attention and you feel like you can just really sense there's a connection there, you smile and you walk away. So it was kind of an interesting practice. So, thanks for liking my purple balls here, girlfriend. It's always fun to just really connect with people in the room and make sure that you're resonating on a deeper level. Some of the other things that you can do is, consider starting the conversation. If you want to have a little bit more control, and a lot of times we feel like, on that introvert spectrum, that we want to be a little bit more in control. A great way to do this, start the conversation. Just bring up something that's really unique and different. Ask someone, hey, what do you do? What's your favorite car to drive? Like, if you had a choice and money was no object, what would be your favorite car? Now, I know somebody on here, the last time she was riding in my car, who was looking to buy a scooter. All right, Marilyn, did we ever get the scooter yet? I want to know. So it's fun though. When, just being really kind of offbeat, it helps you to relax. It helps other people to relax. And again, it kind of breaks down those barriers and breaks down those walls. And sometimes it's a lot easier to just be open and ask a lot of really kind of unique and creative questions. And sometimes, not yet, I'm waiting to see it. I thought it was going to be, that turquoise scooter was going to be scooting around there. So you're going to have to show me some pictures. But yeah, so it's really fun to just network with people and just draw them into the conversation. Be creative of the questions that you're asking. Start the conversation. And remember, be thankful, be grateful when you have an opportunity, it's time to maybe move on, or somebody is like, I want to catch up with this person. Have you met with them yet? Or be thankful. Make sure that you're appreciating people and letting them know that you appreciate them, bringing you into conversation, introducing you to other people. That goes a long way. So these are just some of the techniques that are really beneficial to people who are introverts, and they use them on a regular basis. So if you have any questions and you want to know more about being a better networker, there's so many different tips that I can share with you. And I actually have a course called Maximizing Your Networking, which is something that we dive into, is the different ways that you can have those conversations. I also have a list, I think it's on my blog page, a list of different conversation starters, really great questions that are conversation starters. Some are a little bit more business related and some are a little bit silly. So it depends on your personality and which way you want to go with that. So I absolutely love being here with you. If you have any questions and you want to know more, great. Reach out to me. You can connect with me on Facebook. Make sure that, again, connecting with me on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and YouTube. I put my videos up on YouTube, so if you get a chance to share this with your friends, I would love it. And let them know that there's help out here. If they really want to build their businesses for networking, whether it's in person or online, hey, and that's the same thing. Don't forget those things. Smile. You know, you got to be happy, right? Smile, start the conversation, and find a buddy, right? You can do that online too. You know, think about it. If your personality is bubbly and friendly, you can do that online. You can have that, you know, that positivity. Yeah, positivity. That word is like tripping my tongue. You can bring that positivity to all your messaging and your interactions with people. Start conversations. It was really cool. I was on Facebook today. Somebody actually posted something. It was a couple days ago. It was about National Honesty Day. So they wanted to know your top 3 things to be honest about. So I put mine out there. And it was fun because that interaction starts, and then somebody else added to the conversation. So then I went and commented on someone else's 3 things, and it just, that whole conversation. But you can start a conversation too. I absolutely love starting conversations with people on Twitter. When they've posted something, I'll send them a private message and say, hey, really loved what you shared. You know, it was really great information. I had a real quick question for you. And it starts those conversations and really allows you to start building those relationships and breaking down the barriers. So you can do it on social media as well as on in-person at networking events. So don't be afraid to use those same tools, and don't be afraid to network. You don't have to be. It's fun. So if you're looking for a buddy to go to networking, if you're close by me, I always have room in my truck. So yes, I do have a truck. So there's always room to go with me, and you know, just let me know when you're looking to go and meet some people. So I would love to have you come along. So if anybody has any questions, is there a way to send out reminders that you're going live? I didn't get a notice. Oh, I'm sorry, Marilyn. I will work on that. I'm trying to, you know, this whole Facebook Live thing, maybe I'll have to ask Jamie to help me out with that. I do try to send invitations out. Like I do try to invite everybody, but I'm still figuring that one out. So I'm glad you let me know that. So I will make sure that I send that out again. And I might, one thing I may wind up doing is putting it out like the day before. I just was talking to someone else who does Facebook Lives on a regular notice, and she posts it on Facebook the day before. So I'll make sure that I do that for you. Thanks for asking. I appreciate that. But if anybody else, if you have questions and you want to just pop them up, I will share this video. It's really great to connect with you here on Facebook Live. Would love to meet you in person and hang out and network and get to know you a little bit more. All of my information is on my website, 30secondsuccess.com. Would love to connect with you. And it was great to see you guys. Any more questions or information that you're looking for, please reach out. Would love to connect. Again, I'm Laura Templeton, founder and CEO of 30 Second Success, helping people create their 30-second messages for networking as well as for video. Look forward to connecting again soon. Have a great day.